Hello. I'm going to talk about different ways that I've learned how to bring myself back to the present moment so I can basically recenter myself in times of a lot of excess energy, I'd say. So, grounding yourself is really important when you have an excess of energy and when you have an excess of emotion and you feel this kind of surge of energy, but you don't know what to do with it. So the reason why I'm turning around is because there's a lot of people tubing back there on the river. So I'm not trying to get them to interrupt my program. Anyways, so ways that I've learned to bring myself back to the present moment would be Qigong is a big one. So stopping and doing the Zen swing, like with both hands. Grounding myself in nature is a really big one. Bringing my attention back into everything that's around me and focusing my attention on one singular thing for an extended period of time is a really good way to bring your attention back into the present moment. Finding any kind of animals in nature and focusing on them. Put your attention on the animals and then put your consciousness into their consciousness and feel their level of security and then pick that up for yourself. So to actually use the animals level of like life force energy in order to basically let go of a lot of other excess energy. And what you do this by is by when you focus on the animal, what's going to happen is when you're grounded on the earth with your feet, there's going to be an energy kind of like surge that goes through you and then out through the earth and then up into the animal. And they should look at you in a way. And through that, you look back at them and then look directly at their forehead and just try to focus in on their energy. And I do this a lot with deer, and we'll sit there and stare at each other for 25 minutes or so. A couple of the times it's literally like as I was watching them, I just started crying a lot because I needed to release a lot of stuff. And there's just such a magnificent, beautiful, like innocent creature that it just it brings me straight back to the present moment every time I look at them. So that's a big one. You can do the same thing with trees. If you just walk up and you just touch a tree and you just allow yourself to kind of connect with that tree, you can connect to the stillness in the tree and bring yourself back into the present moment that way. When you're, say, like at work or you're at some sort of like public event or something like that, one of the best things you can do is to bring yourself a grounding stone. So bring a black tourmaline or a black tektite or just whatever. Black stones are really good. Black tektite's my favorite because it basically just like dissipates the energy into nowhere, which is amazing. And it works really, really well for dispelling negative energy. But just bring yourself a black stone and hold on to it in your hand, and you'll be able to feel, like, if you're not sensitive to energy, then you won't really feel much of anything, but you'll notice after a while that like it's just a little bit easier to communicate with people without picking up all of their like nonsense that they're putting off. One of the next things that you can do to bring yourself back into the present moment is to get off of your phone and to basically take your attention away from your phone completely, because that is literally bringing you into a space of ADHD like crazy, and it's causing you to completely lose your attention focus and redirect your attention like every 30 seconds, and that's not particularly the best thing in the world. Another way that I've learned to bring myself back into the present moment is, for me, I enjoy driving. So while I'm driving, I'm actually very present, and I love music too. So I'll put on music like the Grateful Dead. That's one of my favorite bands, and I'll listen to their music and I'll just start crying, and I'll tap into the consciousness of the crowd and the band, and I'll feel the confidence levels that they had while they were playing the music. I can almost feel it now. It's just like it's giving me chills just even thinking about it. I feel the confidence that they have and the yellow ray energy that they're putting out and the green energy that they're putting out while they're singing. And then I feel the crowd's reverberation of that, and the emotions that were flowing through the crowds, and then I go into the feelings of the people who were on different substances and things like that. And you can tap into all of this stuff through just putting yourself into that moment, in the present moment. So like while you're listening to the music, instead of being out there, somewhere out there, you stay in here, close your eyes, and then push yourself into that space and time and really be there with it. And it'll show you another level to the music. It's beautiful. Another thing that I do, let me think, basically anything that you're doing compulsively, or you probably don't even notice that you're doing it compulsively, but like I'd say anything that has to do with technology, put the technology down. Basically try to give yourself at least an hour a day where you don't even touch technology, and you go and ground yourself outside, and you just stay away from everything. Like an hour, 30 minutes, anytime, 10 minutes on the ground, whatever you can do is good for you. What else can you do to ground yourself in these days? While you're in the middle of conversation with somebody, notice that the energy that you feel, a lot of times, a lot of people carry around this energy of uncomfort. So when you start to feel uncomfort in yourself, do not reflect that back to the other person, because that'll just intensify that uncomfort. So what you do is you ground that uncomfort through your body, and you allow that energy to flow through you, but you don't give it any attention whatsoever. So if you don't have a ground like that to ground yourself with, or grounding stone or anything like that, literally just allow that energy to flow through you. And yes, you will feel uncomfortable in your body, but that will only last for a second. And that's honestly like almost like a sign to you of, for one, the other person's energy, because really the only people who feel other people's energies very strongly is a healer, because a healer needs to be able to feel the other person completely in order to be able to heal them. Because if you don't feel the other person as if they were you, then you can't heal them, because the only way to heal somebody else is through your own energy of already being healed. So you send their energy through your system, and then you send it back to them as clean energy, and then they become healed through that. So the healer is the person who is able to feel all these other people empathically. So if you're very strong in empathic feelings and you can feel other people, then most likely you are a healer, and you can use that energy to heal yourself and then to heal other people, which is amazing. One more way to ground myself. Okay, give myself a weird situation. Okay, say I'm really nervous about something, and I'm really nervous and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Bring yourself back into the present moment by realizing that projecting anything into the future is bringing about more chaos into your mind system. And by literally thinking about what's going to happen is going to both manifest what you don't want, not going to, but it has a higher chance of manifesting what you don't want, and it has a higher chance of bringing you anxious feelings in the moment of actually going and doing that, the more that you think about it. So literally what you can do is redirect your attention to a mantra. So if you're feeling really nervous, literally take your attention and then take it off of everything else and just go Om, Om, or Om Mane Padme Hum, or Om Shante Om, or any of these different mantras that you can sit here and use. And do this in your head and just sit there for 10 minutes and just repeat that. And by the time you're done with that, you would have literally almost forgotten about what it is that you were not grounded with or not able to do. Mantra is one of the quickest and best ways to bring you back into the present moment, period. You just got to do it in your head and then just continuously do it. You can even do it when other people are talking to you. If you start to feel their energy and you don't like it, and then literally just allow them to speak and do mantra in your head. So sit there, Om Mane Padme Hum, in your head while you're looking at them. And then that will literally heal them as you are talking to them. And then that energy will be able to get dispersed through you, and you'll heal the other people at the same time. So it's just really important to keep yourself seated and present in the moment in order to be able to heal yourself and other people at the maximum kind of level of ability. So, and also to keep yourself in a space where you are able to pick up energy and not get overwhelmed by it. So I hope this helps somebody, and everybody have a good day. So peace.